All right. Can you hear the waves in the background? In an awesome new location, but today we are talking about Kuang Si Waterfall in Laos. I might be mispronouncing that. It might be Kuang Si, Kuang Si, or Kuang Si. I actually thought that Kuang Si Waterfall was much closer to Luang Prabang. It was an hour-long motorbike ride through some pretty rough roads, but in all honesty, all roads in Luang Prabang are pretty rough. After I pulled up to the parking lot, the first thing that you see walking to the waterfalls is actually this little zoo that this guy set up. In this little zoo, they have about 7 moon bears that they look after and take care of, and they get treated pretty well. It's kind of like a little playground set up just for them. So a short walk from the zoo is the actual waterfalls themselves. So Kuang Si is actually a series of travertine waterfalls. There's this big waterfall at the top, and then it kind of comes down into all these little tiers of waterfalls on the way down. There's so many of them. Alright, there are just waterfalls everywhere here. This is absolutely incredible. There's a trail that runs like right along the main waterfall. You can hike it 20-30 minutes and it's just waterfall, 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 waterfall. I mean, it's just crazy. And then you've got the stream that you first kind of pass when coming to see the waterfalls, and that's got all sorts of little miniature waterfalls running through it. I mean, it's just endless.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
The first day that I got there, I actually skipped through most of the lower waterfalls and just went straight to the big one. Oh man, like the waterfall at the very top is massive and it's kind of hidden inside of the jungle canopy. It's really cool, but my lens right now is just coated with the mist from the waterfall because it's so big. There's so much water. It's rainy season, so we've had a ton of rain, which just makes all the waterfalls here that much crazier. I gotta break out a cloth or something to wipe this lens down. I'm afraid to go back in, but at least I know my camera body is weather resistant, so it shouldn't be a problem. Now, of course, I like to climb things, so when I saw that there was stairs going up the main waterfall to the top, and had heard stories about how the top was actually kind of a cool place to go, it's the first thing I went for. I went straight to the stairs and started making my way up. I'm going to the top, because that's what I do for you guys. It's a steep, slippery, kind of smelly, yeah, real smelly walk. I mean, just look at this. I know that probably doesn't look steep on camera. This thing, whew, this thing is freaking steep. No entry. Probably either means it's a great view or a fall to most certain death. We'll just take the normal trail. Oh great, more stairs. If you can call these stairs. I mean, it's more just like a gigantic hill, and I hope to God these fresh bamboo stalks hold me, because I am hanging on to these things for dear life as I climb up here. Go to the waterfall, they said. It would be fun, they said. You know, if it seems like I'm out of breath, it's because I am. Did I pack water? No. I got drone, camera lenses. I got all the stuff I need. Water, who needs water? We're at a waterfall. Come on! Remember when I said I was out of breath? That was like 20 minutes that way. This thing's still going. You know, if this was Indiana Jones, that is exactly where the quicksand would be. I have to say, the top was actually pretty rewarding. It was a series of these like crystal clear, teal blue pools that you could go swimming in. The water was like nice and cool. Hot day in Laos, like you really are just looking for a great place to cool off, and that was it. It was perfect. pretty loud here, but alright, climbing up that steep hill, pretty worth it, I gotta say. This is actually really cool. There's like hardly anybody up here. But the first day, I didn't actually get to go swimming in those pools. I saw the sign for a spring that actually fed the waterfalls. It was like the source of all these waterfalls. And they just kind of said it was this direction, keep hiking. I started walking out there and just, oh, man. It's just long, disgusting, muddy trail with like stagnant water. It was gross, and you couldn't really walk around it, so I ended up getting covered in mud, and there's like leeches, and just, it wasn't very good. The hike took about an hour and a half to get out to the springs, and when I got there, it was a little disappointing. Like the water level, I guess just because it's rainy season, was high, and they talked about how the spring was like bubbling up from the ground, and it was just kind of a calm pool of water that day. There's also this cave that was supposed to be cool to check out, but there is a lock. They had like installed a gate across it and it was locked off, so I couldn't even go in this cave. Well, there was also this guy who had been kind of hiking along the path with me, but wasn't really like talking to me. He was a local, he didn't speak English. And after kind of being disappointed by the springs, we had taken some pictures, and then we're both kind of hiking back the same direction, trying to have a conversation, but he didn't speak English, and like we made the most of it. It was starting to get dark, so I missed my opportunity to really explore the waterfalls. And at this point, I was just so tired and covered in mud. All I want to do is get back to the parking lot and just head back to my hotel room. Now the next day, I met up with my friend Nella, and the two of us went back out to the waterfalls together to explore the actual waterfalls for real this time. On the way to the waterfall, we actually stopped at this butterfly garden that was pretty cool. It's a European couple who runs it, and they're trying to get it off the ground. It actually turns out that the guy who sold me my motorcycle is actually planning on coming back to work at that same butterfly garden. So we got to the waterfalls and did the same exact thing. We skipped all of the little travertine falls, climbed straight up the big one, and went for a swim in the top pools. It's really cool. There's this fence that the locals have built right along the edge of the waterfall, so you can actually climb up onto this platform and look like way over and down the waterfall. It's a little scary, but it made for some amazing photos. We jumped into those pools and went swimming for a while, and it was like this nice and relaxing teal blue water, and I just check out the video.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
Kuang Si waterfall was 100% one of the most, if not the most beautiful waterfalls I have ever been to. The travertine falls is just kind of this like endless trail of just gorgeous waterfalls. Can't recommend it enough. It's one of the best things you can do on a hot day in Laos. The whole area, because of the falls and the mist coming off of the falls, stays nice and cool. I mean, you just absolutely need to check this place out. Definitely gets a thumbs up in my book. Alright, well, if you like this video, thanks for watching. If you didn't like this video, still thanks for watching. So the waterfall pretty much wrapped up the exploration time I had in Laos, and what you'll see in the next video is actually my sort of Superman trip out to Vietnam. If you want to see that video, hit the subscribe button below and you'll get a notification for when that next video comes out. Thanks for watching.